Welcome to Creepy Corner, your destination for bone-chilling tales of horror. In today's video, we bring you two terrifying, gripping stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. But before we jump into these terrifying encounters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more horror videos like these. Story 1. Bangkok's Haunted Hotel. In the heart of bustling Bangkok, my business trip took an eerie turn when I checked into a seemingly ordinary hotel. Little did I know, this place held a dark secret that would haunt me throughout the night. As I settled into my room on the 6th floor, an unsettling feeling lingered in the air. Despite being in a crowded city, the hotel seemed eerily quiet. The room adjacent to mine was vacant, adding to the uneasy atmosphere. After a quick freshening up, I ventured out for dinner, hoping to shake off the uneasy vibes. But upon returning late at night, I noticed an unnerving shadow moving outside my door. Brushing it off as my imagination, I tried to sleep. But my rest was shattered when the room intercom rang without anyone on the other end. As if that wasn't enough, someone began knocking at my door repeatedly. Filled with trepidation, I opened the door, but there was no one in sight. Bewildered, I contacted the reception, who assured me that no one had come to the upper floors. Throughout the night, strange occurrences continued, leaving me terrified and unable to sleep. Each time I tried to close my eyes, an unshakable feeling of being watched consumed me. As the night wore on, I began hearing faint whispers coming from the empty room next door. At first, I tried to dismiss them as the sounds of a bustling city filtering in through thin walls, but the whispers grew louder and more sinister. Suddenly, the temperature in the room plummeted, and a cold breeze swept through the space, sending shivers down my spine. I could see my breath as I gasped in fear. The air felt thick and heavy, as if something unseen was pressing down on me. In a desperate attempt to escape the terror, I decided to take a stroll outside. But even in the bustling streets of Bangkok, the unease followed me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something malevolent was lurking in the shadows. When I returned to my room, I found my belongings scattered and misplaced. It was as if an invisible force had ransacked the place, searching for something, or perhaps someone. With my heart pounding, I heard faint laughter echoing through the empty corridors. The sound was chilling, sending a cold chill up my spine. I felt like I was trapped in a nightmare, unable to wake up. As the night drew on, I noticed strange symbols etched on the walls of the hotel's dimly lit hallway. They looked ancient and ominous, as if they held some dark, sinister power. With every passing moment, the fear inside me grew stronger. I knew I had to escape this nightmare, but every time I tried to leave the hotel, it was as if an invisible barrier prevented me from getting out. In my desperation, I reached out for help, but my phone had no signal. The hotel seemed to be in its own realm, cut off from the outside world. The clock struck midnight, and a bone-chilling silence enveloped the hotel. The air grew thick with an eerie energy, and I felt as if I were suffocating. Suddenly, the door to the vacant room next to mine creaked open, revealing a pitch-black void. From within, I could hear sinister whispers inviting me to step inside. My heart pounded in my chest as I felt an irresistible urge to investigate. With trembling hands, I approached the doorway, but as I reached the threshold, a sudden force pulled me back. In the darkness, I could make out a figure standing in the doorway, a sinister smile crossing its face. It was as if the shadows themselves had come alive to torment me. In a surge of adrenaline, I broke free from the force holding me back and ran down the hallway, desperate to escape the malevolent presence. But no matter how fast I ran, the figure seemed to keep pace with me, always just a step behind. With every step, the hotel seemed to twist and contort, its walls shifting and changing. It was as if the very fabric of reality was warping around me. As I reached the reception desk, I pleaded for help, but the receptionist's eyes were empty, devoid of any emotion. She simply stared at me, unresponsive to my pleas. In a last-ditch effort to escape, I raced for the main entrance, throwing the doors open and stumbling out into the night. The cold air hit me like a wave, and for a moment I felt relief. But as I turned back to look at the hotel, I saw the figure standing in the doorway, its sinister smile etched into my memory forever. To this day, I can't forget the horrors I experienced that night in Bangkok. It was a night that changed me forever, a night when I came face to face with the unknown, the unseen, and the malevolent forces that lurk in the shadows. Story 2. Chilling game of pursuit. Once a lively and adventurous teenager, Rohan's life took a terrifying turn one fateful night. Living on the outskirts of Switzerland, he enjoyed the thrill of outdoor sports and often ventured out on his skateboard. Little did he know that this particular night would plunge him into a spine-chilling encounter that would haunt him forever. As the clock struck 8 p.m., Rohan was on his way back from football training. The sun had set and darkness blanketed the serene surroundings. An eerie stillness hung in the air, and the faint glow of street lamps cast long shadows across the empty road. Soft flakes of snow drifted gently from the sky, adding to the chilling atmosphere of the cold winter night. Suddenly, amidst the hauntingly quiet surroundings, Rohan noticed a peculiar sight, a looming shadow of a man trailing closely behind him. The streetlights flickered, casting an eerie dance of light and shadows on the pavement, intensifying the feeling of isolation and vulnerability. Confused and unnerved, Rohan tried to pick up speed on his skateboard, hoping to outpace the ominous figure. However, the shadow seemed to gain momentum, stretching out towards him with each passing second. Fear gripped Rohan's heart as he realized that the distance between them was rapidly diminishing. Panic consumed him, and in desperation, he abandoned his skateboard and took off on foot, shouting for help into the eerie silence of the night. The sound of his frantic footsteps echoed through the deserted surroundings, and his breath formed wispy clouds in the freezing air. The tall trees lining the road appeared like ominous sentinels, their branches reaching out like skeletal arms, casting eerie silhouettes on the snowy ground. But the chilling truth dawned upon him. There was no one around to come to his aid. Winter had driven everyone indoors, leaving Rohan to face this sinister presence alone. The vast expanse of the empty road stretched out before him, enveloped in an aura of dread. As he continued to flee from the unyielding darkness, questions raced through Rohan's mind. Who was this haunting figure, and why was it after him? Was it a malevolent spirit or something even more sinister? In his desperate attempts to escape, he stumbled upon long-forgotten tales of the area, legends of restless spirits and vengeful apparitions. Rohan's heart pounded, and his mind raced to find a way to break free from this maleficent grasp. In this chilling game of pursuit, he had to outwit an entity that seemed to know his every move. The desolate surroundings that once felt like home had now transformed into a labyrinth of terror. Amidst the darkness and isolation, Rohan discovered a hidden strength within himself. Determined not to succumb to fear, he gathered the courage to confront the shadow that haunted him. With trembling hands, he turned to face the malevolent entity, determined to break free from its clutches. As the night unfolded, a battle of wills ensued. Human resilience against supernatural malevolence. Rohan's journey would lead him to confront long-buried secrets, dark histories, and the lingering spirits of the past. The haunting whispers of the night would echo through time, and the question remained. Would Rohan emerge victorious from this spectral encounter, or would he become another lost soul trapped in the enigmatic depths of the haunted night?